Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel. And welcome back to another episode of the Los Angeles Angels Rebuild here on MLB The Show 25. Today, we start what could possibly be our final playoff run of the series. We are looking to win our third world championship in this series. We are the defending champions, looking to go back to back, something that rarely, if ever, is done in baseball history. But we've won 2 out of the last 3 titles. And even in the year we didn't win the title, we got to the World Series, just lost to the Dodgers. So we've been on quite the run. And we're looking to make a 4th straight World Series, which is definitely something that's not done in baseball. But I think we kind of have the team to do it. I mean, look at our pitching rotation. We've got Paul Skeens, Spencer Schwellenbach, Tarek Skubal, Bryce Miller, and Rhett Lauder all pitched fantastically during the regular season. And I'm expecting nothing short of greatness here in the postseason. The bullpen was lights out this regular season. The lineup was very good as well. Very, very good in moments. And you might notice we are missing one very crucial player to this lineup, and that is our rental player, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He broke his shin only 13 games, I'm pretty sure, into his time here in Los Angeles, and he is done for the year. There's a chance he could make the postseason roster if we were to win the ALDS past Boston, and then we maybe get to the ALCS, but by the time we get to the ALCS, he might still be injured. He's got 19 days left on the 60-day injured list. I guess there's a world where he's back for the World Series. We'd have to obviously be able to take somebody off of the playoff roster. It probably would be some sort of bullpen arm, I would assume. Maybe it's James Tibbs who we take off the playoff roster. I don't know, but there's a world. It's not a very possible world, but there is a world where Vladimir Guerrero Jr. plays in the World Series. That is if we get to the World Series in the first place. I know that we've been there the past 3 years, but it doesn't guarantee we're going to get there this time. Even though we have a great pitching rotation, maybe the best pitching staff in baseball history, and we have a very, very capable lineup, it doesn't always mean they're going to play well in simulation. And if you're not familiar with how we do things here in the postseason in LA, we do things differently. We quick manage each game of the series. We jump in if we need to, but hopefully we don't have to. And we simulate and see if this team can do it by themselves. But if I have to jump in and do it myself, then I will. That doesn't always work for me. Sometimes I screw it up and I cost us wins. That's possible. I'm not very good. So hopefully I don't have to get involved. But if we do, then I will. And it's only 1 series per episode. So there is a max of 3 episodes remaining here in this series potentially. Because I don't know if we're going to be doing another season after this. Because the real life baseball season is already getting very close to the World Series. We already have the Dodgers in it as of recording this video. And I think the Mariners and Blue Jays are going to a Game 6? It's either, I think it's Game 6 as of recording this video. So we're very close to a World Series, and then by the time we get to the end of the series, maybe we're already a couple of games into the World Series, and then I don't really want to go any further than that. So it would take me a little bit longer to get through another season. So this is probably going to be the final season of Angels baseball and the final series on the channel for MLB The Show 25. Once this wraps up, wherever we end, if we win the World Series or if we lose at any point during this playoff run, this will be the final series on the channel for MLB The Show 25 until we get to MLB The Show 26 in March. So we'll go on that little bit of a break. But here we go. Game number 1 against the Red Sox. McClanahan pitched in the Red Sox, one of the Red Sox wildcard games, and he had a really, really good game. He had 8 innings. He had 4 strikeouts, a 1.13 ERA, and he won the game, obviously. It's going to be tough, but the Angels are a good baseball team. We won 100 games, as you can see right there, 162. We are a good baseball team. We are the number 1 team in the American League for a reason. We earned ourselves home field advantage, and we need to go out there and prove that we are a good baseball team. This is what our lineup looks like as Paul Skeens will take the mound for Game 1 of the ALDS. And he's already allowed a couple of runs to score. Okay. Why does it always happen to me? I have some of the greatest pitchers in baseball on my team, and they can't do a single thing when it comes to the postseason. We just need that lineup to get hot. It is against McClanahan, which is going to be pretty tough, but Ronald Acuna Jr. hits an RBI single that scores O'Neal Cruz. So we do tie the game at 1. And it seems like Skeens has kind of calmed down a little bit. He is allowing a lot of hits, though, which is a little bit concerning. But he's not allowed any more runs, thankfully. And it still continues here into the 6th. A double, we can't do anything with a double. And Skeens will get taken out here. We'll probably bring in... I mean, we got a lot of people on this roster that I could like. Let's go Drew Rasmussen. All right, Drew gets us through the 7th. They bring in Charles McDermott, who pitched in the wild card game. And he gets the job done for the Red Sox. This is a pitching duel here between the bullpens of the Red Sox and the Angels. We go to the top of the 9th. We're in a weird spot. I think I'm going to bring in Orion Kerkering, who unfortunately in real life did not have a good outing in his postseason run with the Phillies. They do score 2 runs in the 9th off of Kerkering. That's not great. They bring in Robert Garcia, and I'm probably not going to jump in here. That's the end of the game. James Wood. Oh, shocker. James Wood's hurt. He's out for 1 to 2 weeks. Wow. Shocker. James Wood gets hurt. I couldn't be more stunned. All right, so we lose game 1 of the ALDS. Not ideal. James Wood will still be on the playoff roster, but they've got DePaula starting at left field for us, which I don't hate. That's probably the best option. So down 1 game in the DS, you only have to win 3 to move on. We're in a little bit of trouble here. We obviously can't lose 2 in a row. That'd be pretty bad. Losing our home field advantage would be pretty rough. But we got Schwellenbach on the mound for game 2. And he already allows a run, just like what Skeens did. What is it with the Red Sox in these first 2 games scoring runs? Brent Rooker with a solo shot. That's literally why we brought him in. Zach Neto with the 2-run homer because DePaula got hit by a pitch. Oh my God, Quinn Priester sucks. We have 4 runs in the 2nd inning. Okay, let's keep this momentum. A triple from Matt Wallner. Let's keep this momentum going, please. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. They already pulled Priester. For some reason, we can't get Matt Wallner out. I don't know why that's the case. Schwellenbach's going to get removed, and we're going to bring in Ben Joyce, who had a really good regular season. And he does a good job in the 8th. And I think we got to bring in... I mean, there's no other person to bring in other than the greatest closer in baseball, Lee Brister. And he will get the job done. We win game 2. Schwellenbach gets the win. We needed that one. So we split 1-1 at home, which is not ideal. But at least we don't go down 2-0. Because that would be, obviously, elimination every time out. So we don't want to be in that situation. But now we go to Fenway, where, I mean, we can really do some damage here if we get the right matchups. And we already got the right matchups. What is it with teams in this series... in the first inning scoring runs? This is the third game now where either team has scored a run in the first inning. I don't quite know what's going on. Solo homer by Brent Rooker, literally why we paid him. I told you that in the offseason when we signed him. I said I want him to sign this contract to specifically and solely hit dingers. And that's what he's doing. He did that pretty well in the regular season. Nothing too crazy, but he is a little bit older at this point in the series. But now he's coming up big here in the postseason. And then talk about coming up big. Zach Neto with a double, then a walk from Caminero, and then Nolan Shawno with a double. You guys remember last season in the postseason, Nolan Shawno was a big-time player. Maybe the sole reason we won the World Series last year. One of them, maybe not the sole reason, but one of the reasons we won the World Series last year. He was a huge piece of that team. Skubal is going to come out here in the bottom of the 7th. I'm going to bring in Edwin Uceda, a guy that we considered trading at one point this year, and I shouldn't have brought in Edwin Uceda. Grand Slam Roman Anthony. Maybe we should have traded Uceda. But Shawno with a solo shot. He's 3 for 4 tonight. I can't believe it's a Grand Slam. All right, we're top of the ninth. I'd love some insurance, and we're going to get one insurance run thanks to a Caminero single. That'll bring in Lee Brister to shut the door in the bottom half. Come on, Lee. Come on, Lee. And he gets it done. Lee Brister delivers. And we have moved to a 2-1 series lead over the Bo Sox. Okay. And that'll bring up Bryce Miller, who arguably had the best season pitching-wise of all 5 of our pitchers. I mean, he was unbelievable this year. So, Bryce Miller, I believe in him. I absolutely believe in Bryce Miller. Can he get the job done here? Win our 3rd straight game and move on to the ALCS. Here we go. Going up against Walker Buehler. Acuna with a solo shot gets us started. Okay. Acuna's been big, but Blake Sabol with a solo homer of his own? Are you serious right now? Why is it always the most random people that hit home runs off me in these playoff episodes? A double from O'Neal Cruz scores Ailey Perez. It seems like we might be starting to get to Walker Buehler a little bit here. 2-run homer, Matt Wallner. Why is Matt Wallner hitting home runs on me? Come on, guys. And now Bryce Miller starting to struggle, which is unfortunate because he's so good in the regular season. I'd like to see him do well. They pulled their pitcher, which is good for us, I guess. And I think I might have to pull ours. I don't know if Bryce is going to go this inning. Do I give it to the switch pitcher, Durangelo Saincha? Or do I go Ben Joyce? I think I go Ben Joyce. That was a bad idea to go to Ben Joyce, wasn't it? Arroyo scores a run. Another run scored. Another run scored. It's 7-2. The Red Sox look like they're going to survive this elimination game, unfortunately. It couldn't just be simple, could it? It couldn't just be simple. We have our best pitcher stat-wise going in this game, and he gets rocked. Ailey Perez with a solo shot at the top of the ninth. Maybe there's a rally happening. It's not. 7-3 we lose, and Matt Wallner is the player of the game. So the Red Sox survive, and they push it to a Game 5. Well, here we go. No matter who wins this game, it's over for one team. There's no more games after this. This is Game 5 of the American League Division Series. Do I give it to Rhett Lauder, or do I give it to Paul Skeens? I think I got to give it to Skeens, right? I mean, Lauder was a good pitcher this year, but I think I got to give it to the GOAT. I'm going to let Paul Skeens go. I mean, it's an elimination game. We got to try we got to throw our best pitcher out there, right? Highest overall pitcher's got to go. And they brought their best pitcher out too, McClanahan, but he's getting rocked here in the first inning. It's 3-0. And Michael Busch with a solo homer. It's all the most random people. Like, yeah, Roman Anthony has that grand slam, but other than that, he hasn't done much. Jarren Duran has been non-existent in this series. A 3-run homer from Blake Sabol. If you don't get that bum off of my screen, what are we talking about here? Blake Sabol's hitting home runs off of me in the postseason? What world am I living in right now? It's 5-5 in Game 5, and I'm going to have to take Paul Skeens out. We're going to have to go bullpen for most of this series, or most of this game. Acuna puts us back on the board with a solo shot off McClanahan. They pulled McClanahan just like we did. Runner thrown out is huge. I'm definitely jumping into this game no matter what. It's just a matter of when I'll jump in. I may jump in now. We go 8-9. I pull Rasmussen for probably Kerkering, and I jump in here to try to close this door. Top 8. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Top of the 8th. Orion Kerkering's on the mound, going up against Blake Sabol, who apparently is God here in Boston, in the postseason at least. But we're trying to get him out. We lead by 1 with a trip to the ALCS on the line here, and that's not called strike 3, unfortunately. We'll go back to the sweeper. See if we can get him here. He doesn't chase. It was a little loose. The sweeper's a little loose. Maybe the fastball, the high cheese. He gets a good piece of it, but 100 on the gun this late in the game is a good thing to have in the repertoire. The sinker goes higher than I expected, but it works, and Sabol swings and misses. Strike 3 for him, and Michael Busch steps to the plate, 1 out. He stares at a fastball, 99 on the gun, and we're going to try the sweeper. See if we can get him swinging. No, we don't get him swinging, but it is strike 3 regardless. And Orion Kerkering comes in and's dealing. David Fry. He sends one to center field. Oneil Cruz is underneath it. And we will have 3 outs remaining to get the Sox eliminated here. They will bring in Charles McDermott. We've seen a lot of him. He's been in, I think, every single postseason game. Let me warm up Brister so we can shut the door in the 9th. Zach Neto's been good this series. He's got that home run. He's also hitting .437 in the series, which is pretty sick. Maybe he can add to that right here with a base hit. Neto, I was a little bit early. That was 91. I was not expecting him to throw 91. I did not look at his speeds. He threw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. I was not expecting to come in that slow. And I say that's slow. 91's not slow at all. But for a major league pitcher, 91 is kind of slow. I was not anticipating it. That one, oh, the reaction time. The reflexes from McDermott are crazy. He snatches that one before it gets past him into the outfield. And it'll be an out. That's unfortunate because I thought that was going to be a nice little base hit to lead off the inning. But no, McDermott snatches it out of the air. Unfortunately, Caminero can't get on base. He grounds that to third base. And we're down to our final out of the inning. It's Nolan Schonel, who's hitting .389 this postseason. Maybe he's just a big playoff guy. Doesn't really do much during the regular season, but he comes up clutch in the postseason. There's players that do stuff like that. He can't outrun that throw, unfortunately. If he had more speed, he would have been able to. If he had 50 speed, even, he probably makes that out. And here comes Michael Arroyo. We will pull Kerkering to bring in Lee Brister to shut the door, get the job done. He's 2 for 2 in save opportunities this postseason. And he's going up against a struggling Arroyo who's down to a 1-2 count. And you know what Lee Brister does with people who are on 1-2 counts. He feasts on their insecurities and their emotions. And he strikes him out, hopefully. The fastball, climb the ladder, give him that high cheese. He sends it to right field, but Acuna tracks, and it's in the glove. 1 down. 1 down, it's Brett Wisely. 8-9-1 for the Sox. In their most crucial inning of their season, Wisely will send that, not wisely, to left field, and De Paula in for the injured James Wood. Shocker, I know. James Wood's injured, and here comes Jarren Duran, who's got 3 strikeouts and a pop-out today in Game 5, in an elimination game. He grounds that to Neto. Neto can't make the play. The Red Sox will have 1 out remaining. They survive for another batter at least. I thought Neto was going to be able to make that play. That'll bring up Lars Nootbaar. They're going to steal. Can Eiley throw him out? He can, and that's how the Sox are done. It's Eiley Perez gunning him down. Oh, what a mistake from Jarren Duran. I mean, I know he's got 93 speed, but what a mistake from Duran. Trying to steal to make this a game. I mean, you got to respect it. You're down to your final out, and he's trying to make something happen here for his team. Light a spark or something, I don't know, but you can't get thrown out for the final game of your season, or the final out of your season. Getting thrown out, caught stealing a second. That's pretty brutal. And James Wood looks fine there. He's celebrating on the field. He didn't look hurt. That's an unfortunate. If I was a Red Sox fan, I would be fuming with that loss, the way that happened. But we hold on for the victory, and the LA Angels are not going to be one and done in the postseason. We will at least play in the American League Championship Series next episode. Super sick. We'll either take on the Oh, no, we are taking on the Guardians. It's already been decided. So we will only have 1 day off, unfortunately. But we will take on the Guardians, and I don't think Skeens is going to get the shot today. I don't think Skeens is going to get it because he's probably pretty tired after only having 1 day off. I thought we'd have a few more days off, but we didn't really. He didn't even pitch that good in Game 5 anyway, so we'll take on the Guardians. I kind of wanted it to be Tampa. I think that could have been a fun storyline, but it's going to be the Guards, who we have some history with. The Guardians have some history with us in this series. How is it coming with Vlad? He's got 11 days. So if Vlad plays, it'll be in the World Series. If we make it to the World Series, we got to win 4 games against the Guards. to get to the World Series. But if we win those 4 games and we move on to the World Series, then I will try to put Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on our playoff roster. We should be able to. We'll figure that out as we go. But next episode will be the ALCS against the Guardians. We gotta win. It's just that simple. We gotta win. We gotta move on to the World Series, take on either the Giants or the Braves, and then win that as well, and send this series off on the highest possible note. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more. Join the Juice Club. Thank you so much. Stop by and watch. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.